We should probably speak about the Ballon d'Or, right?
I
Yeah.
don't even know anything about the Ballon d'Or.
So the
But,
Ballon d'Or just got called off
Yeah, I saw
because
that.
what was it for? Like because they think it's unfair.
Lack of fairness, I think, or something along those lines.
Yeah, I'll say it right now that Lewandowski should win that Ballon d'Or.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't see how it would be unfair. Like, surely it would test the player more because they'd have to come back from a 3 or 4 month break and just go straight back to it. And that's exactly what Lewandowski did.
So I'm torn. So I have a lot of issues with them calling it off because French football deemed it worthy to
Yes.
call it the Ballon d'Or because of lack of fairness or whatever crap that they mentioned, but they're letting PSG win League One. How that makes sense is beyond me. But sure, whatever, France. But I think I agree with you, Tom. I think I'm split between him and Salah. I think Salah has had a lot of achievements in the past year, and he's been carrying Liverpool offensively. Granted, he's been sharing that burden with Sadio Mane, but I think Salah has been absolutely outstanding. Champions League winner and then Premier League winner. That's
Oh yeah, you got a point. You've got a point.
Yeah.
Like you could say same with Virgil van Dijk. I mean, he came in and changed the team. I don't know. I just think
So what you're saying is Bruno Fernandes Ballon d'Or because he came in and changed Man United.
he did, but not that much. But I don't know. I just think Lewandowski deserves it. I think he's been on the edge the last few years, and it's annoying because all the newspapers and stuff are like, Messi is robbed of his.
He's not.
It's like, well, no, he's not, because there was other players that stepped up this year.
Yeah.
A lot of teams, a lot of players stepped up this year. I agree with you. I think it's between, for me, I wouldn't be mad if either him or Salah won, but I am annoyed that the French Football Association called it off because of their reasoning, and yet they're letting League One finish. And I can't rationalize that decision.
So if you're gonna compare Lewandowski and Salah, so Lewandowski has scored 34 goals in 31 matches of Bundesliga, 11 goals in 6 Champions League games. Salah has 19 goals in 32 matches Premier League, then 4 goals in 8 Champions League matches. So, I mean, if you're just looking at those two stats, I mean, that says a lot right there. Just the amount of goals that Lewandowski has scored this season, like, it's ridiculous.
51 goals this season in all competitions.
Yeah.
How do they compare with assists overall?
He has 6 overall in all competitions.
And Salah has 12.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it's great that if you're the best player, but based on the recent history, you gotta win something, and I think that's the key. And he did win Bundesliga, obviously, but Liverpool came from, they were always like almost there, and then Salah just took them and managed to. And you could make an argument that 2 years ago in Champions League final, if Ramos wasn't a dick and dislocated his shoulder, it probably would have been a different final. But to me, I think Salah deserved it. And one of the reasons why I want him to win it is because a lot of time Premier League gets stick. And even though we have some of the best players, granted it's been dominated by Messi and Ronaldo, we're never even in contention. It's always been the Spanish players from Real and Barcelona that are in contention. And I think it'd be nice if, it's finally a Premier League player's time to win it.
So why Salah and not Mane? Because Mane has basically the same stats. He's got 17 goals and 9 assists in the Premier League. whereas Salah has 19 goals and 9 assists. So obviously it's more, but you could argue for either, surely.
You can, absolutely. And I just think that when Liverpool doesn't have Salah, they're not as deadly up front, obviously. And I mean, the same goes for Mane too, I would say. But I think Salah has been the outstanding player to me because he does a lot more than just score goals. I think he works really hard, tirelessly, and Sadio Mane can be selfish at times, which is one thing that I would say Salah and not him.
It's a good argument. It's a good argument. Yeah, I agree. I don't really know who deserves it, to be honest, because I'd also put Kevin De Bruyne up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's not cool that they took the Ballon d'Or away. I think it's still a season. They've still had to play a full season. They couldn't say, "Oh, it's unfair." Like, we got relegated. Teams still get relegated. Teams still win. Why wouldn't there be a Ballon d'Or? It just makes no sense.
Oh, I agree with you. And for the first time since 1956, I mean, yeah. To me, if they cancel the French, if they cancel League One, and they made this decision, I'd be able to live with it.
But I thought League One was canceled.
No, they're playing. They're playing.
No, PSG's playing friendlies to prepare for Champions League. I thought that's what was happening.
No, I thought they were playing overall.
No, I'm pretty sure they're just playing friendlies.
I actually have no idea.
Yeah, because PSG's been playing friendlies because they're still in Champions League, so they need to not go in cold. League One is definitely canceled.
Oh yeah, because PSG just got declared the Liga champions.
Yeah, League One got canceled. Well, Uber Eats League got canceled.
I think correctly. You're right.
Uber Eats got cancelled.
Yeah, Uber Eats couldn't deliver.
Ridiculous.
Didn't they just allow fans to attend the games?
5,000.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Oh man.
It looks like the UK will be. Boris Johnson is saying that they're going to be allowing fans back in the stadiums as early as October.
I don't see that happening. But no, you're absolutely right. League One, it was canceled. I stand corrected then. I don't have a problem with their decision.
I mean, I still do because, they've got some great players in PSG and everything, but
should a player from PSG even be considered for a Ballon d'Or? If we're okay, we talked about how English players barely ever win Ballon d'Or. French players playing at PSG really shouldn't win Ballon d'Or. I'll just put that out there.
That's why
if you go based on stats, right? They have pretty good argument why they should be considered. Yeah, it's a weaker league, but when you score 40, 45 goals, then it's kind of fair game.
I don't think that's fair though, because you should go by strength of the league. Because strength of the league is what determines how many teams you get in Champions League. So that should definitely be considered. Who are you playing against week in, week out?
Yeah, but how would you determine the strength of the league? I mean, if Barcelona came to Premier League, I doubt any of the clubs would be able to keep up with them. Par, maybe Liverpool and City at this point.
Dude, Stoke City would beat Barcelona any day. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Messi came on a hard, rainy day. I think it's just very difficult to gauge the difficulty of the league. And I think we all have our opinions on it. And we're probably right. But when it comes to actually figuring it out and measuring it, at that point, it's just really, really hard to do.
It is.
But, statistics are probably the best way to go about it and,
I think statistics are a good foundation to go by, but there's a lot of stuff that happens in football that really can't be measured statistically, because it's like you said, like Tom was saying, Salah just brings that extra to Liverpool. Teams play differently when certain players aren't on there. You can't really just measure that statistically. Like you can say maybe okay, like when so player starts, they're more likely to win or they won more games. You can measure it that way. But teams will play against you differently if you have Salah on or Mane on, and then teams play differently if certain players on. That should also be factored in there.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Firmino is prime example of this. Like, I see nothing but shit given to Firmino because he hasn't scored in a while. But remove Firmino from Liverpool, they're not the same team.
No.
Oh yeah.
And everyone knows that. But why does he get? Because it's the stats. Like as you said, Steve-O, it's all down to stats now. And like, they'll never watch a game and just from watching a game, being like, oh, that player's good. He brings a lot to the team. They'll look at his stats and be like, well, he hasn't scored in 3 games, so he must not be very good.
Oh, I mean, I completely get it. I think, but I agree with you 100%. And I think the same argument can be made with Conte, and the same argument can be made with, Toni Kroos for Real Madrid. But at the end of the day, it's like you need something concrete to go off of, and otherwise it just becomes subjective.
Yeah, I think you got a point with the fact that Liverpool won the Champions League. They have now won the Premier League. So one of their players should be in high contention for that award. And now what happens now if they come back next year and they're not going to win?
Right. Yeah. Well, and what happens, I mean, is Messi just going to be the reigning world champion? It's like the dude is amazing, and I think he's still one of the best players in the world, but you can see his declining, and I don't think he would have won it this year. I don't think he should have won it this year.
Well, did you see that after he scored a goal the other day, yeah,
I saw that.
like what other player in the world has that talent to be like, I'll score, but then I'm probably going to moan about it.
Did you see the wall that they set up? They put 9 people in a wall. They put like a 10th man on the ground, basically. And he still managed to score. And it was a beautiful free kick. I think he's the greatest free kick taker of all time, up to 25 meters.
All time.
He's pretty serious.
I'll put him over anyone else.
All right. I have to explore this. Sorry. Well, how do you rate him against Juninho?
I think based on the conversion rate, I would say. And I think, he's just a guy that every time he's kind of, to him, a free kick is kind of like penalty kick for Ross Barkley, right? It's like he probably has a bigger conversion rate of free kicks than Ross Barkley does of penalty kicks. So
it's true.
Impressive. That's pretty impressive.
Oh man!
But I mean,
there's still a ball up there somewhere that Ross Barkley kicked for England. So
have you guys seen that picture? It's like comparing a Messi free kick to a Ronaldo free kick, and it's like what teams do when Ronaldo takes a free kick, and there's a one-man wall, and then what teams do when Messi takes a free kick, and there's like a 7-man wall. And like 2 people laying down underneath the wall. It's like, who are you more scared of taking a free kick? It's Messi.
Oh, Messi. Time. Oh yeah, Ronaldo has a horrible conversion rate, but they still let him take it because it's Ronaldo.
Right. Yeah, Pjanic should be taking free kicks for Juventus.
Yeah, it's just his name that's coming in saying, right, I'm going to take him. And same with this, like he's like 50 goals for Juventus. He scored 50 goals for Juventus quicker than any other player. Flipping 25 of them are penalties.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
At what point does that come into account where like, I mean, yeah, penalties are nerve-wracking and they're hard to take, I'm sure, but I mean, this is going to piss a few people off, but it doesn't take much skill to score a penalty. Anyone on a football pitch has the ability to score a penalty.
Bar Ross Barkley.
Yeah, maybe. But Ronaldo scored some of the best goals I've ever seen in my life, but I just think he's winning these awards for scoring penalties. It's like, Harry Maguire could do the exact same thing given the opportunity. Like, David De Gea could do the same thing. Anyone could. From open play, it's different, and I just think that's what Messi does. And I just think there's no comparison to who's the best in the world compared to Messi or Ronaldo. It's just Messi every time.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, yeah, there is a skill to taking penalties. There's a skill to like send the keeper down. There's a skill to send the keeper the wrong way and like absolutely placing it perfectly. But that's also in a controlled environment.
Exactly.
Like if you're in open play, there's like 2, 3, how many dudes around you that are just like throwing you off your game, and you have to position yourself perfectly. Which Ronaldo is one of the best people at positioning himself in the box. Like I'll give him that. I would say probably the best. Which that's like skill. Like I've watched like just compilations of him just trying to lose a marker and then find a position in the box and then heading it in. I was like, dude, that's insane. But yeah, penalty is just like, yeah, like controlled environment. Nobody hustling you. Just pick a spot and place it perfectly. So
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm taking nothing away from Ronaldo's ability. Like the free kick he scored, sorry, the overhead kick he scored against Juventus was just unbelievable that you'd even try that, let alone score it. He's definitely one of the best goal scorers ever. I mean, again, this is going to be another episode, Ronaldo versus Messi. I just think Messi has that extra little bit of magic. Like, he scares people when they run at him. I don't think Ronaldo used to back in, like, when he was a bit younger, but now if Ronaldo runs at defenders, you can see the defenders aren't that scared. Well, of course, they're nervous that Ronaldo's run at them, but they're confident that they can get the ball. But with Messi, you can see defenders, even the best defenders in the world, you see them shit themselves when he gets the ball.
oh yeah.
I think Ronaldo is more flashy when he does dribble. At least he is just better control of the ball. And I agree. I think for me, Messi has been the best player. If I had to choose someone to build my team around, it'd be Messi.
Oh, definitely.
Ronaldo can make magic happen, obviously, and he will always show up for the big games. But Messi will make the team better.
So going back to our question, if you could award the Ballon d'Or to someone, who would it be? For
Oh
for the
man.
1920 season, in your opinion, who gets the Ballon d'Or, first and second place?
Oh man. I don't even know. Well,
I would say I'm going to go with Salah just because of what he's won. And I know that he had a lot of support, but you know what? So did Robert Lewandowski. He has an amazing team around him that can service him, and the speed that he has with Narby and it's and Alonso. I'm going to go with Salah. I think he's won more. He's had bigger impact on his team.
And second place?
Lewandowski.
What about you, Steve?
I'll go Lewandowski to receive it. Second, I really don't know. I really don't want to choose a Liverpool player, so Bruno Fernandes. No, just kidding. I'd flip it. So I'd go Lewandowski then Salah for second.
I think I'd do Lewandowski to win it. And then second place, Kevin De Bruyne.
Wow. He hasn't won anything.
Well, I just think I've never seen anyone play like him. I've never seen anyone pass a ball better than him.
Really? Not even Andre Pirlo? Not even
What?
No, I haven't. Not
you have a man crush. That's the issue here.
Dude, the accuracy that man has, he hits it the exact right speed, hits it into their path every time. Don't get me wrong, Pirlo was incredible, Beckham was incredible, Zidane was incredible. I just think, I don't know, just De Bruyne, I just think has that something else. He just, it's like, playing a computer game where you can say, right, hit it here, and he hits it the exact right place every single time. And if he messes up, he will sprint to get that ball back. Like he will defend as well. Yeah, I don't know. I just think he deserves it, even though they haven't won anything. I think
league, but yeah,
he's been pretty standout for me, I think. Again, taking nothing away from Liverpool, I think they've done fantastically. But if that was my choice, I think it would be Lewandowski and De Bruyne, which is pretty wild. But who knows who it'll be next year, right?
Yeah, who knows? It's crazy.